Hi, beautiful. I hope you're well. So, today I want to talk about the divine feminine and how awakening and embodying that and becoming that will unblock your life and deliver you abundance and all the things that you want and need with ease and grace. Let me explain it to you, and it is a process like most things. The divine feminine energy, so all of us have divine feminine and divine masculine within us, and it's about bringing them into balance. The yin and the yang, if you like. Through the course of decades, centuries, millennia, the divine feminine has been suppressed, as I'm sure that you are all aware. I'm also sure that you are all aware that the divine feminine is on the rise and has been now for some decades now. Slowly she is rising, blooming, coming out of the murky waters like the lotus. And that will liberate us, not just in female form, but for the collective as well. Because when we are all in our masculine, we are not in balance. We need to be in balance internally with both our divine feminine and our divine masculine. And that needs to go across also in the physical as well. But as all things, it happens internally and then it goes external. Why is the divine feminine so important? Because it represents receiving. If you in your life are wondering, stuck, and wondering why you keep you're asking for assistance using your masculine, you keep acting and pushing and driving your masculine, and none of your desires are landing and nothing that you're requesting is coming through, that would be because your divine feminine is dormant, underactive, potentially disconnected, which it can be disconnected, by the way, through fear, guilt, shame. That also disconnects the divine masculine as well. So we want to make sure that we're in balance, that we have both the push and pull going on in our lives, both the ability to act and to use our energy, but also the ability to receive as well, and receive on all levels. And this is where the divine feminine comes in. It is also through the divine feminine and working in concert with your soul and your guides and the universe and earth for the greatest good of all, that we birth the things that give us what we want. But through receiving, we birth, we create. Many of us are unplugged actually from our source energy, which is pure unconditional love. Totally understandable. A lot of us are totally unplugged from our soul. So of course, therefore, we are totally disconnected from unconditional love and true earth energy and true source creation energy. Because if you're not connected to your soul, then you won't be connected properly to either of those as well. Which means you will be running on all four cylinders and really not getting very far because you aren't connected to your true power. And also that will be throwing out your divine feminine of receiving as well, because whilst you're running and pushing and forcing and trying to drive outcomes, you're not actually sitting back and allowing them to come to you. And you're also not in a state of receiving. You're not in receiving mode. You're in acting mode, or driving mode, which is divine masculine. And that has a place. As I said, we need to be balanced. But that is the point. We need to be balanced. And at the moment, individually and collectively, we are not. So the process. So what happened? How is it that it comes to be that our receiving channel can be blocked? Well, it can be blocked by being too much in our masculine and too pushing. It can be blocked by actually fear of receiving. So fear of receiving, and I know this sounds weird, right? But there is a lot of self-limiting beliefs that we have picked up from just our environment. They've come through our DNA, so ancestral conditioning as well. So fear of receiving, sometimes that actually means fear of giving, or perceived fear of giving away your power to someone else. You're not actually doing it, so therefore, is it actually my power? And, is someone going to use that against me, or are they going to take that away? That is a big one in the collective. Fear of receiving, fear of not earning it. The worthiness stuff comes massively into place. If you've got self-worthiness issues, you will block receiving all the time. How are you going to receive if you don't think that you're worthy of receiving that? Makes it really hard, particularly when you have a guide team standing there going, just let me give this to you. Let me show you the way. Let me help you. And you're going, oh, I'm not worthy of this. And particularly if you're not connected to your soul and your soul purpose, which is obviously at a higher level, when we disconnect from that, then we actually disconnect from higher levels of support. And so whilst it may feel like we're running on all 4 cylinders and we'll certainly be burning our energy, we're actually really only running on 1 cylinder, but that cylinder is in complete and utter overdrive, which burns us out physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually as well, and seeks to further disconnect us. So if you're interested in connecting with opening up your receiving channel, connecting with your divine feminine so that you can actually receive, awakening that within you, cleansing out all the blocks that may be stopping you from actually sitting in receiving mode so you can have a life of ease and grace and be fully supported in your soul's purpose, not your ego purpose, not your human purpose, your soul's purpose on earth, so you can receive higher levels of support. If you're interested in that, then this is what we call the Phoenix Reset, the Own Your Power Phoenix Reset, which is a minimum of 4 sessions, and it involves deep cleansing on all levels with all those self-limiting beliefs I spoke about and many, many, many more, trust me, many more, to activate your divine feminine and your divine masculine and bring them into balance, to reconnect you with your soul and your soul purpose, to reconnect you with your heart, and to reconnect you with your true power, which is the power of pure unconditional love, and to remove all the blocks that you may have around that as well, because we certainly have quite a lot of blocks regarding love. What that looks like, what that should be, and removing all the expectations and obligations that come up, and all the shame and guilt that we have also picked up that may not even be ours, and our ancestral stories also that are stopping us from being the person that we came here to be. So if this is resonating for you, if you're sitting here listening to this, still listening to this at 9 minutes, I must be saying something that's of interest to you, that sparked your attention. If you're stuck and you know you're stuck and you've tried everything, and you've tried surrendering, you've tried pushing, you've tried doing this, you've tried doing that, you've gone and seen a multitude of people, and it works for a couple of weeks, you feel great, and then the energy leaves. The reason why the energy leaves, guys, is because you're not actually fully connected. You've been given an energy boost, but you're not fully connected. It's an inside job, and my job as your guide or facilitator is to guide you through the process of reconnecting and embodying and aligning so that it actually does hold. And it's transformation. That's why it's called the Phoenix Reset. And trust me, I had a client yesterday, we did her session. She actually got to see her Phoenix right in front of her face during that session. It's transformational, and it takes a minimum of 4 sessions. These things are a process. You're an onion. There are many layers, and we need to go slow so that you can actually integrate the energy and process the changes and the transformation. Transformation does not happen overnight. This kind of transformation from the inside out takes time because you have to integrate it. And also it takes time for the other layers to come up, to come into your conscious field so that we can actually work through them and remove them or reprogram them. But at the end of it, you will get amazing tools. You will get amazing resources. You will get yourself back. You will get your ability to connect to your internal guidance and know how to actually connect in with your internal guidance when you need it the most. That in itself is a gift. You will understand who you actually are and what you are here to do. You will understand when you have things going in your body, what the cause of that is, so you can start to rectify that. And you will also have the tools to be able to manage through change with ease and grace. And you will also have your guide team, which you will meet at the back end of these sessions to support you on the journey. So if you're interested, please let me know, send me a message, and I will give you some further information. But honestly, I have seen this. I have seen where this is going, the rise of the divine feminine and why it is so important. It is through unconditional love and connecting with unconditional love and our souls, and empowering the divine feminine energy in us, the receiving mode of that and the creation mode of that through pure unconditional love. And those soft skills that we talk about, collaboration, unity, community, that is where we need the divine feminine to come in to make that happen. We are in a very challenging time, and we will not get through this challenging time without the divine feminine being highly present in our communities. And the divine feminine needs to be active and awakened within all of us to do that, to bring us into balance as well, individually and collectively. And it all starts with you. So if you're interested, let me know. Sending you my love today.